Hey there guys, so the last time in the anime we saw how Zenos was kicked out by his party leader because Zenos was orphan and they want to kiss the butts of royalty and nobility. So they didn't want a slum dweller like Zenos in their party. Zenos left calmly, but on his way, he saved an elf kid named Lily and healed up a lizard man in a tavern, for which he got money. So Zenos decided to open up an underground clinic because he doesn't have a license. His first patient was the boss of the lizard men faction of the slums. She was impressed by Zenos, so she sent all her men for healing to Zenos. Looking at that, another faction of wolves man got tired of Zenos healing the lizardmans, so Linga tried to kill him. But she instantly changed her mind because Zones was living with a wraith anyway. Now that two faction leaders had visited Zenos, the third one didn't lag behind and sent one of her men to Zenos. But Zofia was giving him golds, and Linga and her men started to make a new building for Zenos. So Zenos thought the third would also turn out to be good. Orcs had seen the lizard men and wolves coming to this place, so their boss didn't come herself. More so, her conditions was so bad that she couldn't even move. So Zenos puts on his good boy pants on and went to the orc settlement. She was right there on the throne looking good. Loey had heard so much about Zenos, but putting that aside, Loey was really unable to move, so Zenos used scan to look inside of her, which no healers could do. But Zenos was unaware of his own skills anyways. He found a magic stone in her tummy all ready to explode. More so, that dumb Loey ate it by mistake, so Zenos said it will get out of her system naturally. But Loey said she chewed it thoroughly, so it could explode anytime now. Her people weren't leaving her side. So before it kills everyone, Loey thought to donate her wealth to a worthy person. Zenos does cost high for healing, but he charges no money for kids. So Loey judged Zenos will use the wealth properly. That convinced Zenos to just do his magic. He used Magic Cutter and brought the stone out. Loey didn't even feel a thing, but could detonate right now. And Zenos just grabbed it and made it explode. Yet nothing happened to him. Then he returned the keys to her, and Loey saw Zenos would have become rich, but Zenos said he only wants the money for the work he does, and that impressed yet another boss lady. So she promised to help him unconditionally if he's in trouble. And after that, Lily was pouting because Linga, Zofia, and Loey were visiting too often. They weren't in need of healing, yet they were showing up. Zenos was dense as a wall, and hadn't figured out. That's why Carmilla came out, because a woman knows when other women is in love. Zenos didn't buy her crap, but she knows because she observed girls, and their eyes says they are in love with Zenos. So it's only a matter of time 3 of the ladies starts a faction war to obtain Zenos, but Carmilla was rooting for Lily more than others. Lily thinks she's a kid, but Carmilla was still rooting for her. Zenos thought war won't happen, but Carmilla was right on the money. Zofia, Linga, and Loey came with treats to announce the war for Zenos. After that, Zofia was happy that Linga and Loey other two show up, and from the sidelines, Zenos was watching the show. He wasn't here to stop them. Instead, he wished them luck to fight out their whole frustration. The reason Zenos gave a green light is because for years, orcs, lizard men, and wolves men were on each other's throats, so letting them fight each other is a good way to let out frustration. 3 of the bosses were taking out their opponents, and the fight continued till noon. It took them hours to notice that no matter how many times they cut down their opponents were coming back regardless. Zenos was healing them non-stop. They are all his patients, so he can't let them die. So that resolved the bad blood between the 3 factions. He told them the cycle of revenge would never end if they don't forgive others. Girls understood the point to let bygones be bygones and joined hands to move forward together. That's how the long war between the 3 demi-human faction ends, and Zenos remembers his mentor once taught him that a first-class healer hopes to change the world for the better. And Zenos wholeheartedly took on his advice, but he still undervalued himself. On top of that, these guys are his regular patients, so if they die he'll have to close his clinic. But Lily knows Zenos just wants everyone to get along, so they won't get hurt. That made her confess she likes Zenos, but bro has no idea what he meant. And news of this soon reached the Royal Knight Commander, so he called the Vice Commander Krishna to discuss this. He fills her in on the rumors about the 3 factions of slums calming down. 3 of them were fighting for decades for territory, and suddenly making peace is concerning, because the kingdom has a hierarchy system with royals, nobles, commoners, and the slum dwellers. So if the poor presents a united front, they might become a problem to them, but Krishna didn't believe it would get solved overnight. But the rumors are that a third party is involved in making peace. Krishna still couldn't believe because Loey Linga and Zofia are major players of Underworld. Yet, they can't ignore even if this is a rumor, so he wants Krishna to look into this matter. She's called Iron Rose, and she promises to catch the middleman, and Zenos got deja vu with a sneeze, and everyone started being overprotective. Lily was sad she's not grown up like others to take care of Zenos, so she took off to make tea. There's Zenos healed Zofia and her brother from another bullet shot. She's a thief, and this time she got shot by a royal knight. Danzo said it was a girl who shot them, and Zofia recalls there's a chick called Iron Rose who uses a flame gun in royal knights. And Carmilla jinxed again by saying Zenos will also attract the attention of that girl because he's surrounded by dangerous women all around. On that note, everyone ignored her words, and Lily was preparing the dinner for everyone tonight, so Carmilla went to check out, and soon Lily prepared a good meal. But Carmilla went off to rest while giving out one last warning to Zenos, and at that time, Krishna couldn't believe seeing 3 of the demi-humans getting along, so she asked a lizard man about it. But he refused to open his mouth about Zenos, so Krishna threatened the guy with her gun, but he saw Zofia and tried to call her over. Krishna ran off because attracting attention here would cost her, but she remembered she had shot both Zofia and Danzo, yet their hands looked as good as new. With that in mind, she lost her way around, and at night she found a home to ask for direction, and it turned out to be Zenos. Unaware of it, Lily came out, and Krishna shot Zenos without saying anything. And right there our episode 3 ends, so stay tuned to watch the next episode, and for that subscribe the channel, and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates. Till then, take care.